Here comes the nasty gram.
Send a priest to save my soul, forget it.
Welcome back to the Nastagram RPG podcast. This is the Monster of the Week, a song of fried eggs and spice, part 3.
Feeling it too hard is the poison to the heart of a cynic.
Welcome back to Monster of the Week, or is it Dungeon World? This is Josh, and I will be your dungeon keeper. See what I did there?
I saw.
I'm joined by...
Hey, buddy. Barry Northbourne.
Hate it.
Rare Meats Incorporated.
You got Matt playing Chef de Cuisine Anthony Scholl, the chosen paladin.
Hey guys, it's John. I'm playing Guy Le Magnifique, the wizard.
And this is Jake with Trent, the Hellfile Fiddler.
Terrence.
Hey, everybody, this is Dan. I'm just kidding. It's Mr. Dante. I'm here as Hockey, the Angela Bassett Divine bartender.
We know you're not Dan, because you can keep a character voice going.
Exactly. You have different character voice.
Hey, guys. Dan here.
Hey, folks.
Dan, I love you.
All right.
I'm playing a scientist, and he's German.
With a blood fetish.
Loves blood.
We are back. I'm the last one to run Monster of the Week and the first one to fuck up not wrapping it up in 2 sessions. So we are back here for session 3. We left off in the village of these kobolds. Tony has kind of got you guys in a little bit of a tough spot, but
We're fine.
he did so a little assertively.
I mean, Guy's fine.
Right now, Barry and Angela Bassett Hockey are strapped to one pole.
Yeah, baby.
Maybe.
You could say that.
Oh, yeah. I think it might be strapped to 2 poles.
Little slap and pickle, baby.
This
little
is purely professional. We're here
tickle,
for work.
Tickle happening.
Donna's going to find out.
she
On
won't.
the other pole, we have Tony and Trent. And off in the wings, we have Guy. So, when we actually immediately departed, it was dusk. The sun was settling over the elevated horizon and outlining the 3 peaks of the mountains that sit on the back of Arowana. And you just saw rising into the sky off the shoulder of the tallest mountain on the west side of the peak, where you were told that the cavern that lay your dragon eggs, a monster shape lifted into the sky, a winged serpent. It seems unbelievably large as it circles up into the sky. It briefly flickers over the setting sun, casting a shadow on the raised dais. And in unison, the 150 or so kobolds start into some sort of hymn that they have to their mother of mothers. And they are singing as this shape circles low on the horizon and then up high. As it comes almost not quite directly overhead, it's hard to make out the scale without anything to put reference to, but it is massive. Huge tail, probably half the length of the body. The wingspans blocking out a good portion of the sky. Long neck. It's hard to even see the color at this point as it starts to circle overhead. The hymn of these kobolds starts to rise, almost orgasmic, you might say, Hockey
Oh, yes.
and Barry.
Feels so good.
At least one of you.
Barry's singing
Barry's
too.
getting all the pleasure, right?
To a crescendo. As this thing starts to swoop lower and lower, it seems to be surveying its lands and then circling back closer towards the village. What are you all doing? Guy, you had made your way kind of up onto the base of the slope of this mountain. You were able to look down at the village and see what was happening. And you see that dragon.
Yeah, Guy is going to take this opportunity to try to find the actual lair and lay eyes on some eggs.
Okay.
Get some recon, some forced recon.
Some force recon. All right. Why don't you give me a read a bad situation.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be Ghost Recon?
It is ghost. It's definitely Ghost Recon.
Or actually, no. What is it called in Dungeon World? It is called
Discern reality.
Discern Realities. So it's plus wisdom.
Oh, do we have that sheet with the moves on it? Oh, I
have one.
I can just pull it up. No, we good.
I got a 13.
13.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You get a sense as this creature circles overhead. You're well below and small. You get this weird kind of tingle as it's kind of circles past you. You get a feeling that your magics might not fool this dragon as easily as they fool the rest of them. That being said, you are distant and you're moving up through kind of like a rocky crag. So you can sort of adjust and realize you have to physically hide yourself as you move up this mountain. And it's not that hard to do now that you know it.
Yep.
And you can obviously clearly make out the dragon's position, but something to...
Yeah, it does like a mini loop around where I am. I'm like, oh, it can see me. I'm mailed. And like I duck between like a bush and start kind of crawling up the slope.
It seems to be surveying its lands on the dais. Anything happening? Any discussion as this as the roar of the hymn around you of the kobolds starts to build it towards a crescendo?
Okay, well, that's way fucking bigger than I thought it was going to be.
That dragon is as big as the mountaintop.
Yeah.
What in the hell are we going to do?
Yeah, I don't think we can fucking take that thing.
So, Tony, you feel something like against your thigh slip into your pocket.
Yes.
And you kind of look down and you see that it's my tail.
What the fuck?
You're right. I can move it if I can just get your knife.
Move what? Stop. Those aren't the fucking. Get the fuck out of there.
Is
friend.
that the knife?
No, that's not. Other pocket. Other fucking pocket.
Weird. I'm not used to having a tail.
Those are the 7 cigarette butts you have left.
Oh God, no.
Trent, make a dexterity roll.
Looks like everyone's getting some action today.
That's a 5.
5. Okay.
Roll the 3. Yeah.
The pointy end of your tail chops up. Roll a d4.
Oh boy, he's gonna lose like 3 cigarettes.
2. 2 of your 7 remaining cigarettes, leaving 5.
What is that? What I can't see it.
4? Is he down to 6?
Tony smoked one in the morning.
Yeah,
He did 3 at
I
night,
got
1 in the
4.
morning.
Okay, it leaves 4. The most precious resource
Well, I mean,
on the character sheet.
Technically, I have now 8. Just some of them are shorter.
No, it just like mashed them. Just mashed them.
Can you eat cigarettes?
You can, but
Can
the
eat
filter
anything.
is not good.
The more you know.
Comes out
You,
sideways.
all of you that are bound, everybody except for Guy, the knots are tied, but they weren't. It's more ceremonial, and they felt that you were compliant. So, like, you guys can kind of shift around relatively easily. If you're trying to escape, you're still going to have to cut your way out or make your way out. But kind of like freeing up a hand or an arm or getting a little play in the leg isn't that hard. They were more feeling that you guys were going along for the ride. So
Barry's going to whisper into Hockey's ear. Hey, let me know when you want to get out of here.
Just a couple more minutes. I have to do much magic later to save Trent, hopefully. So
Chef,
let me get a few more minutes of this.
Chef,
Use your tail. Loosen the fucking ropes. I'm pretty sure you mashed the fucking button there, bud. I'm trying to calm down. Really fucking hard right now.
I was thinking about what you were saying about what makes Pawn so special and how they care.
Don't you fucking bring them into this.
Chef, get me out of these ropes and let me serve the first course.
Yeah, sure, Trent. You're not fucking cooking anything if we get to cook for this fucking dragon, so of course you're serving the first course. Just calm down. Okay?
Guy, give me a con roll. Roll plus con.
Okay. It's a big 5.
Okay.
We're off to a good start.
You're making your way up the mountain. This is just kind of your pace.
Tiring,
it's tiring. You're not used to a corporeal form. As exciting as it is to feel actual skin and actual contact, you realize your cardio is about 200 years out of date.
I wish I could fly. Nailed.
So you're making your way up and you're looking back over your shoulder, but it's going to take you a little bit longer to where you think the dragon emerged from.
Gotcha.
Back down on the platform, the dragon starts to circle low. It does a loop right low over the village, and now you're able to get a sense of the scale of this thing. It's probably 100 feet from snout to tail.
Great. Just great.
Half the length is probably the tail itself. It's this long, winding, snake-like tail. It has 4 limbs, kind of thick back legs that are bent alongside its tail. 2 forelimbs tucked up under its body. The wings themselves are massive, over 100 feet in wingspan, and a long, about 20-foot neck that connects the tail to a 30-foot body. It winds down, and you feel just this. If you've ever been under a descending helicopter, it almost feels like that. As this thing stops and it starts to buffet its wings, you just feel this massive downdraft. Your voices start to get kind of washed away.
Oh my goodness.
The crescendoing hymn of the kobolds kind of is dull in the distance. Is just this. As this thing starts to settle on the bank of the river, in the middle of this village, the buildings of the village basically surround you on 3 sides, and on one side is just kind of open ground that leads down towards the riverbank, and that's where the dragon starts to settle down. Its 4 legs descend, and the wings buffet once, twice, and then wrap up behind it. The kobolds rising up in the air, their hands extended, and then as it settles to the ground, the dragon settles to the ground, they all drop to their knees. They place their heads down on the ground, and they sort of just start to, they have this kind of hissing thrum.
Chef, I'll create a distraction. You guys get to that cave. I just need to know one thing.
What?
What was the name of that bird we served to the phantom, the gourmet phantom? The thing.
God damn it, Trent. This
With
is the
the brandy.
fucking problem.
What
You
was that?
never fucking listen
What was
to
it
when I
called?
describe to you the fucking ortolone, you goddamn idiot.
Ortolan. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Listen, if this goes bad, stick with Barry. That fucking meathead will get everybody out of here, okay?
Give me the berries.
What the fuck do you need the berries for?
Give me the berries.
Trent.
You know about my powers, right? My
Yeah.
blood is I have fucking demon blood in me. How about a good
That's-
cocktail of demon blood and berries?
Yeah.
Just get to that cave.
Trent, this is the first good fucking idea you've had in a long goddamn time.
Barry, I think we should get ready to get the hell out of here.
Barry has been,
Here you
for the
go.
past few moments, loosening.
Now get me out of these ropes.
Tony's gonna try to assist in getting Trent loose in the rope so that he can get free.
Okay. One of you guys can give me I would say this is plus dex. If you want to roll to aid Trent,
I'll aid.
Tony. Well, who's taking point on this?
I'm gonna take point on getting us out.
Okay. So, and that, are you using, how are you trying to cut out? You trying to,
I don't think I have my knife. I think it'd be more like I'm trying to twist the rope so they tighten on my side to loosen more on his so he can
okay.
pull his scrawny little wrists out.
I'll call that a strength for you then.
Okay.
Since you're kind of trying to pull it towards you and adjust the tension. And you can roll to aid Trent with do you have a bond with Tony?
I didn't write down bonds when we made these characters.
We'll say you have a bond. So
I'm
roll
sure.
roll +1.
Fail. 5.
They got snake eyes, so 3.
Okay.
Actually, can I use a luck point?
You can use a luck point, but it will come off.
Yeah, that's fine.
That will be permanent. Okay.
Oh boy.
So
you don't have to roll.
That's a straight 12.
Oh,
then.
yeah, that's right.
So we'll say that's a straight success. You start to pull, and you feel the ropes tighten around, and you realize for a moment, oh shit! All I'm doing is kind of making this worse. I'm just sinking us in together. And you think about it as, okay, if I was going to wrap up, what kind of meat would you wrap with twine?
Probably a nice leg.
You think
nice
like a
boneless
leg. Think like a boneless leg, and you realize, okay, I don't need all these. You kind of slip your hands out of a couple, and you reposition and pull. It works, but you realize Trent is very much exposed. The ropes just kind of drop around him, and you see the dragon's head kind of immediately swing. Oh, damn. And the eyes look to Trent.
I step out of the ropes, turn back towards Chef, and as I turn towards Chef, I eat the berries. I just shove them in my mouth and eat them all. And then I turn back to the dragon and I say, "Sir, may I present the first course?"
You hear this rumble again as the dragon exhales.
Ma'am.
And you realize that the voice you hear is in your head. You hear its words in your head, but you hear the rumble outside. So what your ears hear is kind of just a, but in your mind you hear,
What have you brought for me to taste?
In our world, we have a delicacy considered sinful. It is so good. It is called ortolan. It is a bird. I kind of look back towards the chef, trying to remember the thing I was supposed to say when I presented this. I say, that has been soaked and drowned in brandy.
Armagnac.
Outside
Cognac?
tastes. I always seek new flavors.
My body has been soaked in this fine liquor, and I present to you myself as the first course. But it is the culture, it is the tradition in our culture that because this meal is so delicious, you must hide the shame of eating it from the gods. And so, when ortolan is eaten, you are to put a cloth over your head.
Delicacies.
Trent, give me a
Don't say charisma. Don't say charisma.
No, this Trent's got a good charisma.
Oh, it is-
parlay
Parlay.
plus charisma. Guy, at the meantime, give me another plus con roll.
yeah.
I got a 9er.
Nope. Double ones.
Double ones. Okay. You make your way to the kind of final ridge that leads up, and you see the dark opening, and it's steep. And you start to push your way up, and you're just smoked.
Yeah.
You stop and you look back, and you see this creature, and you see Trent walking towards it. And you're like, just like sucking wind, trying to get your new heart under control. And you're going to get there. It's just going to take you a couple moments longer as you try to, how do you breathe? How do you breathe? How do you settle down? Trent, you.
Josh.
Yep.
Actually, when, I don't know if this would count, but my start of game ability, when I received advice from Nerul,
Yes.
I believe I asked him how we could hurt it. And part of
And what it wanted.
and what it wanted.
Yep.
And so when I do that, I get +1 forward if I'm acting towards that. Would you consider
Yes,
this?
absolutely.
Then that makes it a 10.
That makes it a 10.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
That
awesome.
simplifies it. I was thinking of a little bone to throw your way, a little trouble, but instead the dragon sweeps its head kind of over the hushed assemble, still sort of hissing of the kobolds, hissing reverently. And you hear it say to them,
You've done well. I shall enjoy this. Step forward and apply your mask.
it lowers its head down towards the dais. As you start to step down the steps of this little raised altar, the head is probably horse-sized alone. And you start to walk down, and it puts its head all the way down towards the ground. The eyes are probably the size of basketballs. As they look at you, there's a kind of a red amber glowing in them through black orbs, and it waits for you to apply your mask.
I kind of look around, not knowing what that means.
Well, you said you need to blind it, right? It's obeying your tradition.
Oh, okay. Is there anything around that could be used to cover a horse?
I would say that Trent, for sure, has a ornate cape in this form.
Okay.
So that's about the best you have to offer.
Fair.
My for clothing, I did check off ostentatious.
Ostentatious. All right.
Definitely a cape.
You have a fur-trimmed cape.
In a Dragon Force t-shirt, remember?
Yep.
Dragon.
I take off the cloak.
Matt, Tony, you feel you're holding the ropes around yourself, but you're basically holding them. And you know that if you release, you can basically just step right out.
I look back towards them. I take the cloak and I say, "Fly, you fools!" And then I don't do it, kid.
As you look back at Tony, you see just a glint of something underneath his eye as
Dust.
he watches you step forward.
As we start running, I say,
was
that a Gandalf line?
And I put the cloak over its head, over both of us.
Okay. The rest of you look down and you see this massive head, and you see just the front half of it covered, and then Trent's silhouette on the back half of this cloak. And you hear this rumble, and then you see the cloak sort of rise as the maw opens, and then you see it push forward.
As soon as that cloak is over that thing's eyes, Tony is like slowly creeping backward, trying to get Hockey and Barry's attention to like.
If this thing's going to eat Trent, Barry is going to snap. He's just going to flex and just snap the.
All right, give me a plus strength.
Okay. Would this be technically defending Hockey, or no? No, this is defending Trent.
Yeah,
7.
7. Okay.
May I, if I may, for a little flavor, as he's going to flex, can I add bless to him just to give him a +4? Are we in a fight right now?
No, you're in a dramatic
yet.
scene,
Okay.
but not a
Then bar
fight.
that. All right, never mind, because that's just for combat.
All right.
Well, yeah, right? +1
Bear
ongoing?
You
It's a battle. It says battle.
you turn around and see Barry's face, and as this thing goes, like pushes towards Trent, he has just rage in his eyes.
Ooh.
He is going.
Go with Juan Barry.
You in your strength, you had a mixed success 7.
Correct.
The ropes, you're not going to rip them. And what you actually do is you plant your legs and you rock your whole body forward. And this tree that you're bound to, you snap it at the base. So you hear a crack as Barry leans forward. Hockey, you're lifted into the air.
I love this.
My God.
So they're still stuck together.
As they're tied together to this post still, but
Barry,
now broken free
you are
of their
magnificent.
tie.
This is some some Pirates of the Caribbean shit.
Trent, the maw opens. You feel a wash of heat, and then moist heat, and then you feel movement, and then you feel the most pain you've ever experienced as 4-foot-long jaws encompass you and crush and eat you.
I've got 6 hit points though.
So roll 2d12.
Oh, more than 6. Wait, I could be less.
Roll 2d12.
I got 6. That's probably the lowest in the party though, right? Just
Yeah, I
out
have
of curiosity.
16.
16.
Holy shit,
Right?
I have
did that
26.
right. Oh, yeah, I have 16.
9.
9. Okay. You are dead.
Nice.
There's something that happens when you die in Dungeon World. And it is called, anybody have their advanced
Last breath.
special move?
Oh, that's monster.
Were you asking, does anybody have the advanced moves memorized? Yeah, Devin.
Last breath. When you die, you roll plus nothing. So give me a roll, 2d6 plus nothing.
6.
Don't you have a +2 and nothing?
6.
Nihilist.
Darkness. Nothingness. Verifying what you believe since middle school.
Wow.
I've like hung out with the god of death before, so I probably expect more.
Barry, you break this post. You kind of surge forward with a roar. Hockey, you're lifted into the air, and as Barry kind of spins to free himself, tear the rest of that post free. You're shaken side to side as you see the cape kind of flutters. It's still over the dragon's head, but you see the maw and you see a leg and an arm and blood just crushing as Trent is crunched and eaten by this creature.
I am turned on by Barry, and I am truly saddened and
Tony,
disgusted.
You see one of your least favorite employees get killed and eaten.
And it's a beautiful thing. He finally understands what Ouroboro is about. But Tony is also going to look over at Barry, hulking out and like, Barry, get the fuck up. We got to get the fucking eggs.
Barry's not hearing it.
Oh, fuck. Hockey?
He's sprinting at the dragon, screaming.
Barry! Barry! You cannot. This is part of the plan.
Never again!
Barry, give me a
Never again is this battle cry.
give me a plus dex roll.
8.
8. Okay. You start to run forward, and you have about 350 pounds of wood and hockey strapped to you. And as you start to descend forward, you lose your footing a bit, and you catch yourself. You don't go like end over end, but you sort of like drop unsteadily, and you kind of land on all fours. So, Hockey, you're actually looking straight up at the sky.
Oh.
As Barry lands forward and catches himself and sort of just skins your knees and hands. And Tony, you see them trying to move towards the dragon. The dragon is crunching and then swallow. And you see Trent move down the neck. This lump descend towards the body down this 20-foot long
That's
neck.
graphic.
Guy,
Yeah.
up on the mountain slope. You are not looking back now. You're everything you have is just kind of focused on moving forward, and you reach the opening of this cave.
Oh, God. Merde.
It's set well back into the side of the mountain, kind of right where it really starts to jut upright. Very much what's that famous Swiss mountain on Toblerone, or that like very
Matterhorn?
Oh, like the
Matterhorn.
chocolate.
Yeah, Matterhorn.
Matterhorn, or like the one in the Grinch. It becomes like very, very prominent right at the spot you're at. So it's almost like you're looking up at a cliff, and there's this huge maw opening into it, and it's just darkness.
Okay. I need to find the eggs. Okay. I'm going to cast light on myself. Yeah. To try to look into this.
Okay.
I can't fucking roll to save my life. I fail.
We're scared of the dragon,
When
I
you're
think.
casting a spell, I think it goes off. It just, if you fail, it just means you lose. You no longer have it memorized.
Well, there's
No, if it fails, it fails. I'm pretty sure.
well, fails. I get to make a move.
Yep.
Yes.
If it's a partial success, it works, and you pick
Right.
an effect. So, I will say you cast light. You start to move forward. You see it kind of open. It's just a kind of wide, probably 25, 30 foot wide chasm leading down. It's kind of flat, and then it drops down. You walk forward about 20 feet, 30 feet, and then the light just goes out.
Merde. Did I, in the interim, did I see any eggs?
You didn't.
Okay.
You just see kind of this just rough hewn opening. It's kind of smoothed by the
Yep.
movement of this creature. And you see it kind of move forward and then drop down. And you're kind of right at the point where it's about to start to drop down when it just goes dark.
Oh, my God.
Back down to the plateau. Barry, you're fighting to regain your footing. Tony, you're looking down over the scene. You see the dragon kind of lift up his head into the air. As he lifts it, the cape starts to kind of like fall. It's hanging off half his head. You see an eye kind of exposed. You see the eyes kind of closed in ecstasy as it savors this strange and new flavor. And you see it eye kind of flutter and then look and see Barry and Hockey and you free. And it sort of like starts to shake itself out and swing its head down towards you, and then it kind of staggers.
Poison berry pie.
It belches, and a gust of flame erupts from its mouth. Everybody, and by everybody, I just mean Barry and Tony, give me a plus dex roll.
I have this cool move called On the Move. When I defy danger caused by movement.
Yes, this is defy danger dexterity.
Yeah.
That's an 8 for Tony.
Okay.
Niner.
All right, Barry, you can kind of push yourself to the side. You see this kind of flame start to erupt from this thing's mouth, but you're going to get kind of to the side. You can you realize that either you or Hockey is going to take a bit of this.
Can we turn that into a 10? And I have a +1 to defend Hockey, and Barry will take the breath.
I like it.
What a man. I'm also screaming to Barry, Barry, I can bring him back. Don't be stupid with your sexy ass.
Roll 1d6.
4.
You take 4 hit points of fire damage. Tony,
Yeah,
you are impervious to flame.
that is right.
You can get out of the way of it completely, or you can stay. But if anybody sees you, they'll see that you are unaffected by the flame, i.e. the creature.
I think in that moment, Tony is...
If you get away from it, you're moving away from everything.
I think he's fine to stay in the flame. He's going to pull his knife out of his knife roll, and he's going to go to cut the ropes off of the log. So if that keeps him in the flame, like, that's
Okay.
fine. That is his goal. Is he's got to get Hockey off of this fucking meathead's back.
Okay. I will say right now we are in combat.
Okay.
So, the creature kind of belches and staggers back for a bit. This bout of flame gusts out. Barry pushes himself up and then rolls off to the side, rolls onto his side, Hockey facing away from the flame. He kind of puts a hand up as flames wash over him, and you see him singed. Tony, instead of moving away, rushes forward, knife drawn. You see the flames just kind of wash over him, and the creature sees this as it kind of collects itself and looks down. Think about what actions you're going to take. Trent, you are being absorbed.
Yummy.
For a moment, you think you're in a place, but it's just dark. And there's nothing. There's no senses or sound in any way. So you're not even sure.
This isn't the cemetery.
Guy,
Yep.
you are up at the kind of this, it's not a precipice, not like it drops away, but you know that ground starts to slope forward in front of you. What are you doing?
He's like, merde, the light will not work.
Your eyes start to adjust a little bit. It's dusk outside, so as you start to blink, there's enough backlight behind you that you kind of make out your surroundings now, but dropping down forward, the ground slopes away, and it definitely goes into very much total darkness.
I don't have adventuring gear, so I don't have a torch. Guy will, he's like, merde, there must be someone here who can help me. I'm going to contact spirits as my first level spell.
Okay.
And hopefully they can guide me to the eggs.
Like that.
The Magnifique.
I rolled better. 11.
11.
Boom.
So it's name the spirit you wish to contact. Basically anybody who's been eaten by the dragon.
I like that.
You pull the creature through to the plane just close enough to speak and be bound to answer a question. Basically, we'll want to be guided to. He goes, merde, anybody here, anybody who's been eaten by this fucking thing, guide me to its eggs.
You wait for a moment, open your eyes. You just see the kind of shadowy outlines of the cavern around you. And then you look forward and you see kind of like a weird shimmer in front of you. And then you see a silhouette kind of drift forward. Armored, helm in its hand. Looks like kind of a prototypical knight.
Yep.
And it kind of stops right before you. Which goes, hey, you got eaten too?
Oh, merde. No, bonjour. No, I am, my friend has been eaten, I'm pretty sure, but,
It reaches a hand forward and the finger passes through you. He goes, oh, could have swore you were a ghost.
well, funny story that, never mind. The eggs of this thing, presumably, it was you are eaten and maybe passed into
Oh,
the
yeah,
egg.
yeah. It's got eggs. Yeah, big time. You trying to get eaten, though?
No, I am not trying to get eaten. I'm trying to find the eggs. Can you lead me to them?
I mean, yeah. Well, what's in it for me?
Well, what's in it for you? I do not. What do you want?
You know who's winning the AL East right now?
I don't understand. AL East. What is this?
Oh boy. Yeah. All right. I'll lead you to the eggs, buddy. Give me a parlay roll.
Okay. -1. Sixer.
Sixer?
-1. Yep.
Yeah. I'll lead you to the eggs.
Merci,
Come on,
merci.
follow. I'll even give you a little ghostly light. Let's go, buddy.
I appreciate this. I
Nothing to worry about. No dragon here.
Okay. The
right.
dragon is down there. Yes.
Back at the platform. What's happening? You see the dragon kind of staggering a bit after this belch. It's sort of like shifting ungainly. The kobolds all around you are still just head down hissing. This is still part of the ritual. They're not even, you think, aware of what any of you are doing.
How big is this piece of post, Josh?
It's about probably 10 feet tall, where it's broken free, and it's about 8 inches around.
So as Barry comes free, he's going to get up, still in that squat, and he wraps 2 big hands around the end of that post, and he takes a couple of hard steps forward.
And Tony, your move last time was to cut it free, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
So am I free?
Yep.
Yeah. So you are all cut
am
free.
free.
The ropes kind of
Dope.
fall to the ground, but you're the post is still there.
He's going to squat down and grab it like a CrossFitter. And he's going to take some steps forward and try and swing this thing out and smash the dragon in the face. About the size of a horse.
The head.
The
is
head.
The size of a horse.
He's going to try and hit the head.
Okay.
Hit,
That's insane.
hit the broadside of a horse with a 10-foot pole.
All right, Tony.
Hockey, what do you need to bring it back?
To talk to the GM. Give me 1 second. I need to commune with my deity.
Okay.
I don't-
You need like a finger, or some fucking hair, some blood, anything like that shit?
Let me see. Let me.
It doesn't read how long it's gonna take because
Yeah,
Maybe-
I don't think it's an in combat.
maybe I
type
can
thing.
make up. Yeah, because it'll automatically happen, but the GM has to decide what happens. I'm willing to make because part of my deity is suffering. To appease my deity is to suffer. So I'm figuring maybe I can make some kind of
Okay.
bargain to make the resurrection happen faster or something.
Here's what you think you need.
Maybe I'll lose resurrection.
You need everyone in your party to sacrifice something, and you need a vessel.
Oh, that's all right. Okay, Trent. Not Trent. Chef. Okay, Chef. This is going to suck. We all must sacrifice something. Me, you, Barry.
And it will take a little bit of time. You're not going to do it right here in front of the dragon.
He will.
Sure.
He will not be here for this. But we need a vessel. And though
Like a
I'm
cool container? Pint container?
no, I am. It is hard because I am good in this realm.
Something alive.
Take one of those damn little shits, and we are going to sacrifice that, and we're going to get Trent back. But he's not going to be here right now.
That's fine. I don't give a fuck about right now. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
We need to talk to the hulky, sexy. Oh, Barry is going to knock
Idiot.
this
He's
shit.
a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I can.
You
I
see
can,
him lifting up a 10-foot log.
I cannot teleport us out of here. I do not have that ability.
All right, as you guys are talking,
got
Barry,
legs?
give me a plus strength,
We can get the hell out.
hack and slash.
We will bring Trent
Okay.
back, but we need time. We need Guy to get the eggs. Maybe I can bless this sexy idiot and buy us some time. Or maybe you get the hell out of here and I keep him alive.
Roll Scottish games.
A log toss.
I'm going to use the point of luck.
You're not even going to roll? You're going to roll first? Right?
No. Barry's so
No.
enraged and by the death of Trent that he is nothing is going to stop him right now.
Okay.
He didn't know the plan and he's confused and he's angry.
So, what are you taking as the extra? So you have a 12. So you can choose a extra for hack and slash.
Okay. Oh boy. Is there like terrible harm?
There is inflict terrible
absolutely. Plus 1d6 damage. Absolutely, I'll do it.
Okay. Roll your damage.
5.
Okay. You take this log and you just kind of take a running leap. You clear off the last step of the dais and you bring it down. It looks, the creature is still staggering a bit, strangely. And you bring it right down and it cracks over the snout and it actually breaks in half.
Damn.
And as you do that, it brings a forearm and it just smashes it over you. Roll 1d12.
I don't have one of those.
Ew.
Can I
No,
just
I don't have one.
Can I roll a 10? 4.
Okay, you take 4
Is that reduced by
armor. Yes, it is. You don't know how much damage it did this thing, but it seems it's affected in some way. You don't know how, but it's staggering. It's kind of like its footing is uncertain. It kind of just blindly smashes out at you, and you hit it in the head. It staggers back, and you actually hear a splash as the tail and the back legs actually splash into the river behind it, and it sort of just, and the head lifts up into the air and just sort of casts, and another like burst of fire just shoots into the air. Something is definitely wrong with this creature.
It's drunk on berries and demon blood.
I actually have
Nice.
Smash. When you hack and slash on a 12 plus, deal your damage and choose something physical your target has, a weapon, their position, a limb, and they lose it. Could this smash like drive it back towards the river?
Okay, yeah, I like that. So that smash, as it sort of started to stagger back into the river, it kind of, its back legs actually fall out. And it's so massive, it's not going to get swept away, but
He hits it again with the piece that breaks off, the piece that's left in his hand. He runs and smashes it again with that one, just pushes it.
it's roaring and fire's kind of gouting to either side of you as you're smashing it, and it just looks like it's kind of just losing it. It's confused, it's stumbling, it looks almost drugged, you would say. What are the rest of you doing?
Hockey, we gotta get the fucking Pillsbury Doughboy up on that goddamn mountain.
Okay. Oh, okay.
If you don't need anything from fucking Trent, we gotta get the fuck out of here and
Trent,
get to him.
Trent must sacrifice something. I need him to sacrifice something. I need to give him, or maybe he is sacrificing his life right now. We can consider that.
Sure,
Okay.
yeah. I don't know
Okay.
how your fucking god works. Let's go, bud.
I need one of these kobolds as well.
Okay, fine. Are they still like
They're-
frustrating
they're-
out?
Yep.
Tony's just
Okay.
gonna try to like curb stomp one and knock it unconscious.
Yeah. And then we'll
You-
take it with us and run. We get the hell out of here.
You go for one of like the non-warrior looking ones. You
Yeah.
just kind of give it a little
The little maid like
Yeah.
ones or something.
easy enough.
Yeah. Can I actually, at the same time, can I bless Trent? Are we in? We're getting the hell
You mean
out
Barry?
of here. Well,
Trent-
but I don't know if I can
Trent's
bless Barry
gone.
if I'm going to get out of there. So I feel,
Yeah,
like, I feel like we're about to dip.
I would
Trent's
say
gone.
knocking out the kobold and collecting it between the two of you is pretty much what you're doing.
Yeah.
As Barry continues to kind of bang on this thing's head.
That works.
You do that, and
I will take this with me, and we will get the hell out of here.
Uh,
Barry will be okay. Oh, I
You
love
can-
him.
If you can get his attention to fucking come, but we can't stay.
Barry, give me one more hack and slash. It's confused and staggering, but it's lashing.
I do have a bond with Trent, but it's that I trust him implicitly.
Trent's gone.
I
Trent's
mean,
being
Trent's
digested.
Hey, Trent's gone,
I
man.
keep saying Trent Barry.
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay. You're
Oh, no, plus my strength. I'm sorry. I get an 11.
11. Okay.
8 plus I have what does not kill me. So when I take harm in a battle, I gain +1. I get +1 ongoing. And then my strength.
Okay. What do you want to choose for your additional effect as you continue to pound on this thing?
I want to move.
You know you're not doing serious damage to this thing. You're definitely affecting it.
Right.
You're rattling it. It's already rattled.
I'm going to climb onto its head and just make
Okay.
further disorient it so that my friends
gets you out of the way
can
of the
be-
fire.
Yes. Yep.
Which is good. It actually starts swinging its head now and kind of smashing it, like almost smashing its own head like down towards the ground, kind of scrape it across the raised dais, and you're just holding on for dear life. Tony and Hockey, you knock out this kobold and scoop it up and look back and you see Barry riding this thing. Trent.
Like a mechanical bull.
Yes.
You're in total darkness, and then you have a brief awareness, and you can't see anything, but you're just aware of existing.
Nerul, are you here?
No, what are you? You're an interesting little thing.
David Bowie?
Does Trent know that reference?
Trent is the best musician in the world.
Well,
so
but he's
when
also like
in the
20.
presence of the second best musician in the world.
Oh, damn.
Some have called me that at times, love.
I think I got sent to the wrong place. I'm supposed to be in the eternal graveyard of Nerul, the god of death.
No. He can't reach you here. No, love, this is my playground. And unfortunately, you're just going to drift off to nothingness. Unless you want me to pluck that little string that tied you to him. Maybe we can be friends. What do you think about that?
Slave to David Bowie.
Well, I mean, I was gonna serve as his right-hand man for all eternity after I died, and I thought that was gonna be pretty fucking metal.
No, you're going to nothingness, dear.
Well, what do I get if I go with you?
My entertainment. But trust me, love, we'll make a good show of it. There's always a chance he'll find you down there if you think he's interested enough, but...
I mean, well, I'm in. Your music slaps, dude.
How many souls does Trent have to sell? He's got Tony, he's got Nerul, and now he's got David Bowie.
All right. Why don't you take that little thing off your back and play me one of your favorites? You have no real awareness. You can't see anything, but you realize there is still, as you reach behind you, an acoustic fender on your back. You swing it around in front of you.
Oh, the fiddle's gone. All right.
Something interesting, if you would.
Okay.
All right. In the cave, Guy.
So are you one of Wasali's men?
Yeah, no, not exactly. Hey, did Avatar come out?
Avatar.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a really big deal.
A movie.
You're
moving
from.
picture?
I can tell you're from the same place I am.
It's you know how you said you look like I'm actually a ghost in the real world.
Unfucking believable.
And I came here and now elf, I think.
Great. First time since I've been stuck down here, I find the least interesting person in the world.
If you want to know anything about the Revolutionary France or the Manhattan in 1801.
God, if I could get eaten again. All right, eggs. Straight ahead.
You know, I fought in the Revolution in France.
Yeah. Cool.
Wait.
It guides you forward. You descend down this tunnel for a bit, and it opens up into this big chamber. And there's actually some other light here. There's some bioluminescence. There's a pool in the backside of this that's sort of shimmering. And then there's algae on the ceiling, and some of it's kind of glistening like this bluish green soft light, enough to make out. I mean, it's a massive chamber, probably 200 feet across. And the spirit drifts forward and guides you towards a sort of dugout little channel. It's surrounded by tree limbs and ivy, and it's basically, as you get close to it, you realize a giant nest. And as you crest the top of it, you see eggs. Massive eggs.
So merde. Yeah. I suppose that is it, huh?
You look across, you see there's 4, and then you step up on the side of it, and you see there's actually a 5th one that is broken.
Merde.
Oh, yeah. about that one. One of them hatched. Cut back down to the
Oh boy.
Yikes.
to the plateau. Tony and Hockey, you have this kobold, and you look back. Barry's on the head of this thing. It's sort of struggling. You see it starting to just kind of lose control of its motor function. One of the arm kind of collapses. It kind of rolls down onto its side. The tail is splashing in the water. The kobolds now start to get kind of agitated. You see them looking up and sort of moving backwards. None of them are really focused on you. Their god, their mother is struggling in front of them, and they're sort of changing the pitch of their cries and starting to become a little bit more animated. You think that you're going to start to get some attention, and if you don't get the fuck out of here.
Oh, we getting the fuck out of here.
Okay.
One more time, I turn it to Barry. I say, Barry, if you kill that dragon, we cannot get any more eggs. We must go. And I have the kobolds, and I'm ready. I look at Tony. Are we going?
Yeah.
We have to go to Guy, get the eggs.
Yeah, let's go. Go.
I haven't really interacted with him, but I miss him a little bit, so I went to go see him. I am always worried about him because he is always in danger. And now he has a physical body. I must go.
Yeah. Listen.
Barry, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid, Barry. We need more eggs.
Barry, you're being stupid.
Yeah.
Are you, you kind of, you're wrapped on this thing's head. It's starting to thrash around on the ground. You're kind of dodging and rolling. You're trying to twist away as it's thrashing, trying not to get crushed into the ground. And you see, as you're getting swung around, Hockey and Tony with a little kobold in between them, starting to move away from the crowd, moving up towards the slope that leads up to the mountain.
Okay. He's going to give them more time. He wants to grab onto the eyes of this dragon and start.
All right. This thing is going to fucking hurt you if you stay on it.
Yeah,
You're playing a dangerous game.
He just saw Trent eaten. I think Barry is beyond. He knows what he's doing.
Give me a discern realities.
Is that a int?
Wisdom.
6. I do have I'm going to use my D&D knowledge. Hold one.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Okay. This creature is basically going into its death throes.
Okay.
But you know it's not dying, but it is acting as if it is dying.
I'll ask this. If we run, could this dragon find us again before we leave?
You think this thing is trending down.
Oh, it's dying.
It's not dying, but it is either it's sickened, its condition is rapidly worsening,
Okay.
but it is thrashing out at everything around it.
Come on, Barry.
If you stay here, you are in extreme danger.
Barry, you're in the game of exotic meats. You know what food poisoning looks like.
Yes.
This thing's probably going to vomit. There's going to be fire everywhere.
This is how a black dragon is formed.
Dracolich.
Yeah.
So I have a bunch of bonuses if I go after this thing. He'll follow his friends.
You're aware you have not done significant damage to this thing.
Right. But
You have helped to kind of
Make space.
push it push it away, distract it, whatever. But it is all the energy it has left is kind of now just solely focused on you. The only thing it can affect.
Barry's going to try and just swing its head to the side and then use that to jump off.
Okay.
Maybe down the river, away, not towards the kobolds.
Okay. Give me a defy danger dexterity.
11.
11.
Nice.
Okay. You grab this thing and sort of as it swings side to side, and it now it rolls all the way onto its back, and you sort of feel it. You feel the weight of this thing, all 8 tons of it or so, twist, and you time it, and you spring forward, and you hit on the top of the dais and kind of somersault down it, and take 1d6 damage.
Okay. 3.
Armor effect. And you kind of come to your hands and knees, and you are along kind of the riverbank side of it, and you're watching Hockey and Tony running with this kobold. And behind you, this thing is continuing to kind of thrash, but it seems to be kind of getting like shorter, more violent movements and slowing overall.
Okay.
Hockey, Tony,
What?
heading up the mountain?
Yeah, bolting. Tony's moving
yep.
as fast as he can and not looking back.
Okay. You guys have anything special as far as movement toughness? Otherwise, one of you guys...
I have adventuring gear, and
I also have adventuring gear.
I got 4 more uses. Excuse me, 4 more uses of adventuring gear, and then I'm like big time heal.
We'll say this. You can use one use of your adventuring gear to kind of pull something out and wrap it around this kobold that you can both kind of like hold it on either side from, like a sort of like a little kobold spit, and relatively efficiently carry it.
Just like the Ewoks did with Luke, Leia, and the gang.
Yeah.
And one of you guys give me a roll plus con. And if one of you wants to assist, you can roll plus your bond.
I'll roll with the plus. I'll roll for con.
Yeah,
All right.
I have a minus con.
All right. So if you have a bond with Chef Tony Hockey, you can roll +1.
My bond is he insulted my deity. I do not trust him.
All right. It's still a bond, so give me a roll +1 to you.
That is a 9.
Come on, baby. 11.
11.
Woo!
All right. That pushes that into a full success, and you start hauling ass up the mountain. You are moving along the riverbank, so you actually take a little bit of a different path than Guy took, and it's a little bit more gradual. You actually think that this might be a path the kobolds take, maybe not all the way up, but there might be like some sort of little worship spot. It's pretty worn. There's kind of good steps here, so you make immediately pretty good progress.
Nice.
Josh,
Yep.
how am I like right at the eggs, basically?
Yeah, you're standing up on the edge of this nest thing.
Guy takes one of the eggs and turns around, and behind him is Guy as he is as a pastry chef. I'm casting Unseen Servant. And he goes,
Nice.
"Man, take this to the entrance and wait for them there." I rolled a 9, so I'm going to get unwanted attention from the GM.
Okay, I like that.
No. That's sweet.
All right. Pastry Guy kind of moves soundlessly forward, arms forward, and you load this thing. It probably weighs a good like 60, 70 pounds.
Yeesh.
You kind of get under it and you lift it up into it. It's about the size of maybe like a baby carriage.
Yeah.
And you kind of
And I start looking around, like up and around.
lift it up into the arms, and the ghost is still next to you, and it goes, "Oh, cool. So that's like actually you."
Wait, this is me, but in the real world, I would look like this. I am a world famous pastry chef, and this dragon, how big is it?
It's huge, man. It's really huge.
So merde.
I love how this ghost is Brock Sampson.
Oh, man.
So, would you end up coming here for?
One of the eggs. Why are you here?
I lost a bet.
Is that why you were eating? You were consumed?
No. I mean, yeah. I was consumed. Oh man, it's crunchy. Yeah, you should keep an eye out on that. The one that hatched there. It's
I am trying to, but you are kind of being annoying. Why don't you go away? I contacted you. You
Well, it
let me
definitely
hear.
heard us. I mean, we've been talking a lot. Definitely he's going to hear us. So
I dismiss you, spirit.
no, I'll hang. I want to see what happens.
I want to see
Now I
this.
know. Now I know how Tony feels.
This spirit is here for the comments.
All right.
You got to find the item he's tethered to.
Yeah.
You see other Guy making his way, sort of drifting slowly but steadily back up the path you took down, carrying this egg, and you hear a splash behind you.
I whirl around with my staff out.
You look and you see like ripple in the water, kind of coming from a little bit further away. Your guess is something went into the water. It's probably like a third of the way around this whatever this underground kind of pool is.
We only need one egg, right?
Trent wanted more.
Tony
wanted more.
didn't know the size of them.
30 to 40 people, I think we have to feed.
Yeah.
You don't think one is going to cut it.
Yeah.
You need 3 courses involving eggs.
Guy will
Or dragon meat.
he'll grab an egg and then start backing up the side of this cliff.
Okay. All right. Back out there. The 3 you're making your way up.
Barry's going for the ridge, the one that's that direct route.
Okay. So you sort of take the route that Guy took.
I think when Barry jumps off, he doesn't end up meeting up with like Trent, and he doesn't catch Trent in hockey, but he just knows
Tony.
that ridge is there.
Whoa.
And
Tony and
sorry,
hockey.
Tony and hockey. He's thinking about Trent, man. He can't.
Everyone's
he's so
thinking about
fucking,
Trent.
Well,
he's
no, yeah,
messed up
'cause-
about Trent.
Yeah, Trent wanted some more dragon's meat or something. I swear.
You look back and you see this thing sort of slowly like collapse down. It's about halfway into the water, halfway out of it, and it's sort of just intermittently sort of like pulsing with movement. The whole body kind of rises and then collapse. And on every like collapse, this bout of flame shoots out. You see a couple of the kobolds immolated as they they start to move forward.
Poor little guys.
And you hear them just this agitated kind of cry of this concern and sadness as they start to kind of move towards their mother and start to gather around it, but then kind of jump away as it moves and pulses. None of them seem to be too aware of where you are.
Okay.
And you see its movement still kind of slowing. Give me another con roll, and for Tony and Hockey, you can help. You can do your own con roll. Defy danger con
Sure.
for you, Barry.
Would I get up my +1 from on the move when I defy danger caused by movement?
Yes.
That makes it a 10.
Okay.
That is a 9 for Tony.
And I got an 8 for
Man, you're
hockey.
all rolling better than Guy.
For Hockey. Okay.
Well, yeah. Yep. Because it's +1.
Yes.
Yep. 8.
You can give him an assist, Hockey, to push it into a full success. But you realize your rig up isn't completely working, and you're going to have to expend all of your adventuring gear to kind of continue the pace of movement you had.
Okay.
You kind of have an idea to sort of rig this little kobold up in a different way.
Hey, at least I used it all up.
So that gives you the plus that makes it a full success.
Word.
Barry, you also have a full success?
Yes, with a 10.
Okay. Barry started out a little bit behind, but you see he's actually now, you guys are taking a little bit of a longer but easier path, Tony and Hockey. And you see Barry's actually kind of going to pass you ahead as you get towards where it actually really steepens up. And you see up ahead of you the cavern opening. It's one more good push and you'll be there.
Word.
Guy looks at the ghost and he says, I do not suppose you can make yourself more corporeal and grab an egg and, come up with me to help.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really tried that.
You are a shit ghost. You know that?
Yeah, this is the guy who's wearing a pastry hat.
Shit, go.
I can, over in the real world, I can fly.
Can you pick things up?
Yeah. He can.
Oh, he can pick things up.
So you're
He
like,
admits it.
you're what, like
I admit it.
you're like trapped in a bakery? That's really cool, man. I'm trapped in a dragon's lair. I fought a dragon. And forever I'll be like trapped
Well,
in a dragon's lair.
I am not trapped. I actually can go anywhere I want as long as I bring my rolling pin. It is the thing I am attached to.
Oh, yeah?
My spirit. Wait.
Yeah. All right.
How about you?
Ooh, watch out. you hear a splash as the water breaks behind you as you start to kind of wrestle this egg,
Yeah.
and you start to kind of try to like pick yourself up and over the edge of this nest. And the pool where it gets closest to the nest, there's a splash of movement. This creature jumps forward and it lands on the side of the nest, and it's a dragon. It's small. It's about maybe 10, 12 feet long. Including the tail, it's
Yeah.
probably the weight of a pony,
Yep.
kind of spread out, and it goes, and a little like small burst of flame comes forth from its mouth, and it gets ready to spring towards you. What are you doing?
Guy shuffles his weight, and with his staff, he points it at the dragon and casts magic missile at it.
Okay.
10. So it goes off without a hitch.
Simple spell, first level.
That is 7 magical damage.
Nice.
Hang on. There's something in here for this. Dragon Whelp.
Dragon whelp.
Whelp.
Nice.
All right. 7 magical damage.
Yep.
Okay. You hold the egg. You point your staff forward. This burst of light shoots forward, and it strikes this thing, and it kind of like it's about to spring, and it kind of like hits it mid-spring, and it moves forward, but it kind of spins to the side, and it kind of collapses like in the bottom of this nest ground. It doesn't hit any of the other eggs, and it kind of like and struggles to get back to its feet. You know it's going to be faster than you, but
Yeah.
you heard it.
Trying to take the time where it's stumbling just to shuffle back and run
Okay.
it fast as I can.
All right, back outside. One more Defy Danger con roll as you guys try to surmount the last press of this. Meanwhile, in the blackness,
Trent starts to kind of noodle around on the guitar, getting a feel for it. Then he says, "You know, this goes both ways. This is a negotiation. I'll show you what I got. You show me what you can do. Play it over all of Arowana. Let them all hear it."
Yes.
all right, a little duet, baby.
And Trent, he starts off by playing do 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 do,
Oh,
and then through some sort of mystical, magical means, he's playing that while simultaneously mashing in other songs.
All right,
It starts with "Rainbow in the Dark" by Dio.
all right. What do you guys make on the con rolls?
oh boy.
That is an 8 for Tony.
4 for hockey. 4.
4 for hockey,
13 for the tough
Shit.
guy.
13 for the tough guy. All right. So, Barry, you make it to the mouth of the cavern, and you look back and you see Tony and Hockey.
Wait, I'm so sorry. What are holds? How do I use my holds? I have 2.
So
Right.
you can use it for a +1 on a roll. So it won't do you much here.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You can get there if you drop this kobold. Otherwise, it's going to take a little bit more time. Barry, you're there, and you're at the mouth of this cavern. You look back, you see Hockey and Tony kind of struggling their way up this last kind of rise, and then you hear a noise like a roaring hiss, but higher pitched, smaller sounding, but it reminds you in a way of the dragon, and it's coming from deeper inside the cavern. And then there's kind of like a rumble. It sounds like thunder as the sky kind of ripples, and it looks like almost like lightning hit further away, but you don't see a lightning strike. You just kind of see like light kind of flash through the sky overhead, and then you hear under pressure like a rainbow in the dark. Like this voice just kind of coming out of the heavens, kind of
What the hell?
echoing around the mountains around you.
Have I died and gone to heaven?
Like the Hulk when Captain America tells him to smash. He spins around with a smile on his face. He knows that Trent is with him. And he pulls that hook net and makes his way into the cave.
All right, Hockey and Tony.
We cannot. Trent is a special person.
You don't have to say it. We're keeping this fucking thing.
Okay.
Just watch your fucking foot. Let's go. The
Okay.
meathead made his way in. Hopefully he can carry out an egg. If he's not there or fucking dead, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Was Barry close to us or no? He was off. We could like see each
you
other.
see Barry get
Okay.
up to the cavern.
Yep. All
You
right.
see him in the mouth of the cavern, and then he looks down at you, and then he turns and he goes into the cavern.
All right. So I
He looks at the sky for
just
like 3
acknowledge-
seconds, too.
All right.
acknowledge his existence. Yeah. So
All right, you'll get up there in one more round of movement.
Fun.
We don't need another roll for it. You continue moving with the kobold.
Yeah.
Barry, you start to move forward into the cavern. Stays straight for a little bit, and then it starts to drop away. It's dark inside, and it's pitch dark. And then you see some shimmering light ahead of you. You lift your net gun bola.
No, it's just a net.
Just a net.
The bola gun transformed into
That's
just
right, that's
it's a
right.
hook net.
You lift it in front of you.
Nice.
And then you see Guy, like real world Guy, translucent pastry chef Guy, and he's gliding up silently, holding a dragon egg, moving up the hill towards you.
He almost stands at attention instinctively. Monsieur? Wait. Guy! What are you doing in there?
I'm assuming unseen servants can't talk.
No, yeah. I mean, they're unseen, but yeah, it's more fun.
The figure continues to kind of move towards you, and it's definitely like a ghostly apparition, which looks kind of like Guy, but
Doesn't seem to recognize me.
It looks towards you, and then it gives you. It
So
kind of
blank.
reaches up under its hand, under its chin, and kind of gives you what you think is a kind of a French fuck you, and it continues past you, and then you
Shocked.
see it just kind of stop, standing there holding the egg, looking impatient.
Barry's kind of mad for a minute. Yeah, then he turns and he sees Elf Guy.
You hear another roar from down below. Then you hear Guy's voice from down below.
Oh, I don't see him.
Are you going to help me or not? What are you doing? You're just standing there. You're a shit ghost. You're a shit ghost.
You hear that voice echo from down the cavern below you.
Barry shakes his head. He's going to run down towards the voice. He sees him, but it's not him. Then he hears him. -1 intellect for my dungeon world character. Barry's confused, but he runs towards the voice.
Okay. Down below, Guy.
Yeah.
This little dragon whelp kind of gets its feet back under it and starts to lift itself towards you, and you see it like and it's like inhaling deeply, and the other ghost goes like, ooh, that's gonna be hot. And you think it's preparing to
Breathe
use
fire
its
on me.
breath. What are you doing?
I'm not going to call a move out. Guy is going to get down and cover Guy is going to get down and put the egg in front of him and like duck behind the egg as this thing tries to breathe.
It's a
on
big
him.
brain move right there.
Ooh. Nice. All right. So you kind of you drop down just on the other side of the nest and kind of keep the egg up on the edge of it. And you hear this thing and it seems to stop exhaling. And then you hear a scramble of rock, and it jumps clear free of the nest, and it lands outside of it. And you see its head swing around towards you, but you burn some time.
Yep.
Barry, you are moving forward. It's for a moment as you pass by Ghostky, it's pitch darkness, and then there's a little bit of light ahead, and you just sort of are kind of on your almost like low crouch, just moving forward by feel, and then you see some lightness ahead of you, and then a little bit of a puff, almost like red light lights up for a second, and then you get down and you see this giant chamber open ahead of you, this bioluminescent pool, and this ceiling kind of lightly illuminated, and you see Guy in his this world form, and he's crouched behind this nest, and you see this small dragon jump out of the nest and land alongside of him. Hockey and Tony, you get out to the mouth of this cavern, panting and puffing, with this kobold, and you just drop him down and he gives a little and you see the ghost-like form of Guy Toussaint and his pastry chef gear silently standing there holding an egg.
Chef, what is Guy doing there? As a ghost?
You French fuck, what are you doing? No response.
No response.
Oh,
It looks towards you in a very dismissive fashion and then carries on. Give me a discern realities roll, both you guys. That is plus wisdom.
word. Let's go.
7 for Tony.
9. Hockey. Hockey got 9. Hockey got 9.
There's, for Tony, there's something very Guy-like about this thing. The same attitude. For Hockey, you realize that Guy isn't really there, but the egg is.
Oh, chef. It's his projection. He has sent him.
That's why he's a fucking ghost again?
We are
God.
supposed to get the eggs. Remember, that was the job.
Yeah.
He is waiting for us to grab that egg so he can go about his business. He's like a Meeseeks. He does his job and he goes.
And then
That
you,
way.
then you
Okay.
hear noise from further in the cavern. Noise that sounds like battle. the cries and shouts. You hear Barry roar. You hear like a hiss from further inside. Hockey, you have your kobold here, and you have this egg. You think you could use either for your spell. If you use it on the kobold, you'll consume that creature. If you use it on the egg, you'll consume that egg.
I look at Chef.
You have time to do this here?
Yes, but I must choose the egg or the kobold.
And you know you need a sacrifice from Tony.
Fucking kobold. What? That's what the fuck we brought him for. We need the egg.
You know, as much as I hate this, it will defeat the purpose of the... Okay. I need you to sacrifice something, Chef.
Fuck.
I reach out my hand with a shit-eating grin and say, give me your knife, Chef.
Motherfucker.
I need it for the sacrifice.
Oh, god damn it. Fine.
Is he going to lose his knife?
Yes.
Oh. Damn, is that too dramatic? You'll get another knife. Give me that knife. So I take the knife. Chef, I will repay you. I promise.
This knife is fucking irreplaceable.
Our bond will be way better next time, I promise. With a heavy wink. Okay. Trent would not want us to waste the egg. That would be stupid. And I immediately just stab this kobold and I rip it open.
All right. Roll to cast a spell. Meanwhile, in the darkness, Trent, you continue to play. Suddenly, you can actually just see your fingers in the frets. That's all you can make out in this darkness. What are you adding to the medley?
Ride the lightning.
Ooh.
Nice.
You hear thundering from outside. The sky flashes again. Under pressure. Dun, 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 dun.
We're definitely gonna license all this music.
Yeah. And Trent, give me a roll plus bond with hockey. Say a +1 bond.
I rolled a 9 + 1, 10.
Okay. Hockey, roll to cast this spell.
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
Dope.
Thank God for wisdom, baby.
Plus
As I'm playing, I say, hey, David Bowie, Ghost God, Ziggy Stardust, whatever, whoever you are, this has been lit, but I just realized I can't really give you my soul. Ouroboros owns it.
That's a shame. It was fun playing, though.
It was.
I think someone's calling you. Enjoy your time. Tell Narul I said he's still second class.
Burn.
Back inside the cavern, Barry and Guy, what are your actions? This dragon looks like it's not going to use its breath. It's worried about the egg, and it's about to jump forward towards Guy. What are you both doing?
Barry's spinning that net in his hand, and he's going to launch it and follow right behind it.
Okay.
He's gonna try to duck behind Barry and then make it exit, basically.
Okay.
So,
What do you think that roll is for you, Devin, for Barry?
Hack and slash. It sounds like I'm really just trying to beat this thing up. If the net hits or not, I'm going to try and just like body slam it as I move.
All right, I'll give you a hack and slash strength if you are going to physically wrap it up with the net. If you're going to put yourself in danger. If you throw it, it'll be plus dex, but you won't be.
I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go hand to hand with this thing.
Okay.
Jump on its back.
And I will give you a defy danger dex.
Okay.
For you, Guy.
a 9er for Guy.
9 for Guy.
7 for Barry.
7 for Barry. Okay. Here's what happens. The creature leaps forward. Barry, you kind of try to spear tackle it from the side, and you wrap the net around it, and its back legs immediately just start raking at you. The head lunges forward, and it snaps, and it catches the back of your leg, Guy. Roll 1d6 for damage.
A 3.
3.
So 0.
And roll 2d6 for you, Devin.
3.
3.
Nice.
All right.
Armor?
Armor applies.
This is good.
So
rolls.
you get this thing netted and pinned, but you are also kind of wrapped up with it, and it's still kind of thrashing and lashing out at you. Guy, this thing snaps out, kind of catches you a little bit, but you kind of just pull back.
Yeah, I have a arcane ward, so as long as I have a first level spell, So there's like
Nice.
a
Little
bubble
shimmer.
of shimmer. Yeah. That,
I like it. And you sort of just give a little high step for a moment and pursue forward. And you hear the ghost go, oh, nice moves, nice moves. Who's this guy?
Barry, this is, what is your name? I did not catch it.
John.
Hey, buddy, I'm Barry. He's like on the thing. Shaking his
Good
head.
luck! Good luck, team!
That's annoying. All right. Hockey.
Yes.
You drive this blade through the kobold.
I look at it and say, I am so sorry.
You see its eyes just starting to blink as it's sort of starting to rouse back to consciousness as it got dropped to the ground. Right as the blade plunges into it and it lets out a little death rattle. Tony, you look as light starts to erupt from inside the wound, and it sort of spreads through the wound, and then it spreads up your knife, and you see the knife almost look like a sparkler. Just, and the knife erupts in a gout of flame. And it's this bright white kind of flame that's shooting out of this kobold, and the kobold's body starts to now writhe and shake on the ground. It's now the light starts to encompass the whole body as it shakes and spasms, moving faster and faster. It's so bright now you almost have to avert your eyes. And then suddenly you look and you realize as the light starts to slowly fade a little bit, still bright, that it's Trent's form that's shimmering and spasming. Trent, you're in this darkness and suddenly you feel like this lurch in your stomach, this kind of vertigo overtake you, and the ground just drops out and there's nothingness again, and then it fades into this bright light, and then you're thrashing and coughing on the ground, and you look up and you see Hockey and Tony standing over you.
Oh, I am risen.
You look
Jesus
down
Christ.
and it looks
Metal.
Yeah.
just like Trent, except it has the gnarliest, grossest kobold teeth.
I just was thinking, as he was coming up, I said, shit, he could have been a dragon. He is probably going to be very upset that I made him a kobold.
And-
His teeth look like shit.
In place of your little kobold or your tiefling tail, you have a kobold tail,
Nice.
little dragonish kind of tail,
We could have made him a dragon. He would have been so beautiful.
and you're there.
Hey guys. Trent. You actually did it. You actually brought me back. I didn't think you would.
Trent, shut the fuck up. We have to go.
Did we get the eggs?
One, meathead's down there. You cost me my life's possession. I want you to know that. And he's going to pull a cigarette out, and he's going to pull out the blowtorch from his knife roll, and he's going to light up a cigarette and just stare at you in the eyes and just...
I met David Bowie.
He's going to pull out a second cigarette and light it up.
We jammed.
Back below, Guy, you kind of race forward. You're around the edge of this kind of cavern. You look back. Barry is wrapped up, struggling with this thing. Barry, what are you doing? Are you continuing to hold on?
Chef, get out of here! And he's gonna try and is this thing like trying to beat its wings and shit? He wants to try and ground it.
It's pretty well wrapped up in the net, but you are also wrapped up with it.
Can I just fucking beat it up? Just try and wear it down, tire it out?
You can.
Yeah.
It's going to continue to kind of thrash and lash out at you.
Do we need any more eggs, Chef?
I do not know. Maybe one more.
Does
Hurry-
Tony hear?
Hurry up!
Shouting, or is it
you
just-
hear the shouting from
I'm like
inside.
halfway up.
It's kind of echoing, but you can make out words here or there. You hear Barry's voice and Guy's voice.
Tony's going to yell,
You French fuck! Don't come back without another egg!
You could probably make it work with 2. 3 would be preferable.
you can make it work with 2.
Okay.
I like that answer.
Barry, give me a hack and slash strength.
I think he just headbutts the thing. His arms and legs are wrapped around. He's just smashing his big dumb head. 7. I have my what does not kill me. So my 4 plus 2 plus 1.
Okay. Roll 2d6 plus 2.
8.
Okay. This thing, it's only wrapping itself up worse in the net. That net's getting kind of torn in spots, and it's just kind of on top of you now, just thrashing. You can kind of roll with it. It probably weighs about what you do in your massive form, but all 4 limbs are kind of just raking at you. It's biting and kind of nipping at you, and blood keeps flowing from new spots. How are you doing on hit points?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Barry thinks this is, again, he sees when he knows this creature's about to die. That's when they're the most dangerous. So he's going to try and find a way to dip after this.
It stops biting you, and it starts taking these deep inhales. You hear this voice from the side, and you see this ghostly silhouette still there, and it goes like, "Oh yeah, that thing's going to roast you, buddy."
Oh, thanks, pal.
Yeah. Hey, good luck. We can hang out. Guy, you start racing up the tunnel. The other 3 of you, Hockey, Trent, and Tony, you're at the top. You hear this a creature inside, and Barry, and some other voice, and it sounds like there's definitely fighting. And then you see Guy in his this world form starting to move up the slope towards you. He's holding an egg.
Guy is holding an egg?
Yep. Guy is holding an egg, and Ghost Guy still has an egg.
Who seems now extremely pissed off that no one has grabbed the egg from him.
Yeah.
He's like tapping his foot.
It looks like Sonic if you don't make a move.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, I heal. I'm very... Hockey is very concerned about his newfound Barry.
His newfound Barry.
Where's the meathead?
He is down there wrapped up with one of the dragon babies. Go down there, help him. There are more eggs.
Be a lot easier with a fucking knife. But Tony's gonna head down.
Okay.
Trent sees Tony heading down and follows him, and to his own surprise, he kind of scampers on all 4s like a kobold.
Let's go. I'm sorry. I'm Trent. I'm so sorry. I could have. You should have been a dragon.
I could have been a dragon.
We'll talk later, and I'll go down as well. If I want to get up.
You start moving down this slope. Surprisingly, Trent actually moves the fastest, scampering on all 4s.
Let's go.
And you see the scene in front of you as you get into this bioluminescent lit cavern, and you see Barry and this creature just whirling around in this crazy fucking pile. Barry, make another hack and slash.
Barry's actually going to try and spring and grab an egg.
Okay, you're going to spring free from this thing.
Yep.
Okay.
As we're like rolling, he just sort of pushes off.
Make a defy danger dexterity.
Movement.
Movement based.
Ooh, that is important because that makes that 6 to 7.
Okay.
Sweet.
This thing, as you spring free from it, it tries to lunge forward and falls immediately, being wrapped up in this net. It's trying to tear at it. It's doing damage, but it's still wrapped up. And then it reaches forward and it lets out a long exhale, and you see flames start to gout. As you spring, you can either spring towards the nest and get to the egg, but the flame is going to probably catch you, or you can spring away in the opposite direction, and it's going to be between you and the nest.
I go to the nest.
Okay. Roll 1d10 plus 2.
10.
You take 10 fire damage as this little gout of plasma shoots out of this small dragon and kind of wraps up over your back and ass. Heavy on the ass. The rest of you come down, Hockey, Trent, and Tony, and you see this. You see the cavern very well illuminated as this creature lets out this fiery breath and hits Barry as he dives into this nest. What are you guys doing?
Tony is moving to Barry and the nest of eggs.
Okay.
Assess the situation.
There are one broken egg and 2 unbroken eggs inside the nest.
Okay, Tony sees that there's 2 eggs left, and this one... Does the one wrapped up in the net look like it's hurt, or like...
It is hurt, but it looks like it has a good... It's not like mortally wounded by any means.
So it looks like it's going to survive.
It's going to survive, and it's probably going to break free from the net. It's like thrashing and tearing at it. It's
okay. Tony's going to run up. Hockey, Trent, get the fucking meathead out of here. I'm gonna distract this thing. Go.
You got okay, chef. You got it, chef. I'm sorry about your knife, and I want to cast Cure Light Wounds on Barry if I can make my way to him. Is that gonna put me in between him and the dragon? I get my.
Yes, it will.
Oh shit.
I was gonna say my action is gonna be to defend, stand in defense of a person, item, or location. So I will try to redirect the attack from Barry to me.
Okay. As you go to do that, you hear this voice next to you, and you turn. You see a ghostly silhouette of a knight. And it goes, "Hey man, you lose your knife?
What the?
There's a pretty sweet magical knife in that pond over there."
Yeah. Good. Wait, what's it made out of? Who the fuck are you?
What's the best knife in the world made out of in the chef world?
Ceramic.
Fuck. Like Japanese blue steel.
Yeah, it's this samurai guy. It's like a folded steel.
What, Hanzo?
Yeah, Hanzo.
Oh, shit.
Hanzo. That was it.
Holy fuck.
We found it.
Okay. Can you get it? Are you like the French fuck?
No.
Chef, get in there. Get it. I'll distract it.
Just get the fucking meathead out.
Hey, just stick around. This thing's probably going to kill one of you guys. I could use some company. It's really boring down here.
Who the hell is this guy?
Can I attempt to parlay with the dragon? I hop onto a rock
Okay, you're using your animalistic kobold
and I start
form?
hissing at it. As a kobold,
Okay,
I am draconic.
you are.
And I would like to use my one hold of D&D knowledge.
Yes.
All right, I will let you. You don't get a +1. I'm going to let you use the hold to even do the move.
Okay.
Because the dragon whelp isn't really intelligent in the same way, but I'll let you use your kobold energy to make a parlay.
Okay.
Hockey, Tony, what do you...
Wait, didn't you already?
Well, I'm seeing if Tony changes his action.
Oh, okay.
Hockey's making for Barry to heal him.
Yeah.
Barry's going for an egg.
Is that like a defy danger or?
Barry's still
I'm just
up.
going for.
Yeah.
Barry, there's a determination in his eyes. He normally, any of these wounds would have killed a mere man, but Barry is he is captured by something.
Yeah.
What do you have for hit points?
I have -4, but I have this move called Berserk.
Jesus.
No matter how much harm I take, I can always keep going until the current fight is over. During the fight, the keeper may not use harm moves on you, and you cannot die. When the fight ends, all harm takes effect as normal.
Okay. Hockey, you look at Barry, and he's burnt, he's bleeding. You can't believe that he's still standing, and you are wet.
We're talking like the end of Die Hard.
Barry has turned away from the egg and is now the sword is out. He's drawing out the sword. He's turning all of his attention on the dragon.
Bruce Willis, sweaty, glistening, bloody, dirty.
Oh, what a man! What a man! What a man! What a mighty good man!
He yells at the dragon, "It's just you and me now, buddy!"
Tony, you see Barry. He looks horrific,
It's
and
awful.
he's looking back at this dragon. You don't think he's going to fare well if he goes back to this thing. Yeah. Enzo, it's good stuff, man. It's like the best, right? You kept your chef outfit. It's weird.
That's what I said. Yeah. What is he wearing?
Like knight's armor.
What the fuck are you, some Renaissance fair fucking wannabe?
As you look at him, you see on the crest on his chest, it's like plate mail, and you see a symbol on the chest, and you realize it's the Patriots logo.
He was LARPing.
Worse, he's a New Englander.
You a fucking Red Sox fan?
Oh yeah. How they doing?
Losing, bitch. And Tony's gonna go for the
Going for the pond. Okay, Tony, give me a. I'm gonna say defy. Let's make it a discern realities as you dive in to locate this thing. Parlay from Trent.
Double fives. That's a 10.
Defy danger dexterity
12 actually.
from Hockey as you try to get towards Barry. Guy, are you just chilling with other Guy up at the top?
So Guy gets to the top. He sees the other Guy just standing there with the egg. He goes,
The other Guy looks at you like,
"Oh man, what assholes! They left you here. The least they could have done was take the egg from you and put it down on the ground. Fucking assholes."
you see it look at you like, tilt his head like, who's the asshole?
Well, of course I will help you. He puts the egg down like next to a thing, and he grabs the egg from the unseen servant.
We completely
It looks at you
ignored
like, am I done?
You may go. Be free.
You see it shake its head and just moves and drifts off into nothingness.
Man, I am an asshole. He's gonna protect the eggs. for
Okay.
now.
You're at the mouth of the cavern, and you can look back down. You can see in the village, and you see just this massive mound. It's twilight now. There's just kind of enough light. There's some starlight and moonlight, and you see the shape of the dragon and just this mass. It looks like ants.
Yeah.
You realize it's all the kobolds swarming over it, and it's not moving. And then you see it pulse, and you see the kobolds. You hear like a huge cry of delight and joy come up from below.
Ecstasy.
As the dragon twitches its whole form, and it slowly seems to start shaking in the water. What did you get, Tony, on your
8?
No, I'm sorry. And Barry, what was your actual action here? Are you moving back?
I see all my friends. I think he's just in his berserk state. He's just going to run up and just fucking kick this thing in the head.
Going back for the dragon?
Yeah, he's going to try. He sees the other ones.
I won't be able to heal him.
He's the only one. It's me and him now, pal. I'm actually going to use my challenge. I'm going to challenge the dragon.
Okay.
Make it ignore my enemies.
Well, this will kind of be a contested roll, because how did you do in the parlay?
I got a 12.
A 12. Okay. Make your roll.
Nope. Well, less than that. 7.
All right. I'm going to say it kind of slaps out its tail at you, and kind of, your armor takes it, but it knocks you back on your ass as it pivots its attention towards Trent. You see Trent, but he looks a little weird, a little different. He's crouched down on all fours, and that's kind of what breaks your concentration from the dragon. And then the tail hits you in the chest, and you kind of go ass over tea kettle, and actually you fall over the back of into the nest.
Barry's in disbelief.
Hockey?
So I rolled a 6. Can I use one of my holds to make it a 7? I have +2 holds?
You can.
Okay. I want to do that because I was doing it to Defy Danger.
Yes.
Yeah. So I got a 7.
Okay. You realize you're kind of like zigging and zagging, and then this thing suddenly turns towards you, and it kind of swipes at you as you move past. Roll 1d6.
Let's make it low, baby. 3.
You take 3 harm, minus armor if you have any.
So do I lose the armor, or the armor just helps?
The armor takes it off
Reduces
the
it.
3. And it kind of just bats at you as it moves past, and it crouches on all fours and extends towards Trent, who's sitting up on this boulder, looking down.
Humming, soothing sort of nursery rhyme
Okay.
type song.
It's kind of slowly creeping forward
It's a little
towards you.
baby, right? It's a baby dragon.
Yep.
So
How did you do, Tony?
8.
8. Okay. You splash into the water. It's surprisingly clear. As soon as kind of the immediate blast clears, and you realize it's all lit up from under here. And you just kind of pick the wrong spot. You see a skeleton in armor ahead of you, in kind of traditional samurai armor, and it's holding a blade in its hand.
Tony will swim for it.
Okay.
Josh, can
Yes.
I cast a spell? I'm going to cast telepathy, and let Tony know that the dragon's coming.
Okay. All right. Roll the cast.
So I got a 7.
Okay.
So I'm going to lose telepathy.
Okay.
But I say, the dragon, it is awakening. You don't have much time. We need to get the fuck out of here.
All right. So you do that, Tony. You hear Guy's voice in your mind. What he just said.
Yep.
As you make your way, pushing forward, kind of kicking off the rocks, swimming, kicking towards this thing. Hockey, you're reaching your hand over, and you get to Barry, who's his feet are up on the edge of the nest as he fell back over into it. You can heal him at this point if you want to. The dragon whelp is seemingly completely focused on Trent. It's engaged, but doesn't quite know what to make of you. So, Jake, if you want to keep this up, it's going to be kind of a continuing parlay how long you can keep its attention.
Okay.
Barry seems disoriented when you look at him, Hunky.
All right. What's everybody doing?
I'm going to cast Cure Light Wounds on Barry.
Okay.
It's very funny that you said he got his ass burned, because before you said that, I was going to somehow like walk up and give him a little slap on the ass. You said his ass got burned, so that's what I'm doing that.
Trent is going to continue to sing to the dragon baby.
Okay.
Barry sees Hockey. He's going to try and defend Hockey from
Okay.
danger.
Tony's getting the blade.
Swimming for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a Defy Danger Strength for Tony. A Defend plus Con for Barry. A Parlay plus Charisma for Trent. Roll your spellcasting Hockey. Anything for Guy?
Guy is gonna shrug, grab a health potion, and down it because he's down 4. So.
Okay.
What is it? D4 in this or D6?
D6.
D6.
I forgot that my Cure Light Wounds counts as a rote. So what is that? I still have to roll, right?
Can you lose rotes?
It depends on his spellcasting. I think you can't. Well, they become forgotten until you re-prepare.
Okay. So
Cure Light Wounds is a rote.
you still have to do the normal effect. It's just the rotes you automatically. You don't have to use spell levels
Okay,
to memorize them.
7 for the parlay.
Okay. 7 for parlay, 8 for Tony.
Yep.
Would defending Hockey count as pursuing one of my Herculean appetites, specifically mortal pleasures?
Sure.
Okay. That means I roll a 1d6 and a 1d8. If the d6 is higher than the d8, it adds a complication. So
Okay.
this is plus con.
I had a good complication of mine.
I got an 8.
8. Okay. Hockey.
I rolled a 4.
4. Okay. You can cast it. You're gonna lose it. You're gonna heal, but you think it's gonna shake Barry out of his warrior mindset, which means if you don't heal him enough,
I will kill him.
Also might not be a bad thing to shake him out of that, though.
she'll break his berserk mode. But if you don't heal him enough, he might drop.
What are you at for health? Can I ask him that? I can.
No, you can assess it.
Okay.
It looks like he still thinks the fight is going on, and he's just like has this look of rage in his eyes and confusion. He's very violent right now.
Or you kind of feel this
Yeah.
as the energy. You know it's going to break him from it. You're worried. You know that he's only going because of his bloodlust.
Yep.
And you know that if it doesn't bring him enough, it might drop him. But if you let the spell go, it's gone. And you won't be able to heal him again.
So I can only heal him once, or don't heal him at all. Wait, if I attempt to heal him now, I keep the spell?
No, you're going to lose it either way.
But people do have healing potions.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to heal him.
Okay.
Damn.
What?
That man-
Do you have a bond? Do you have a bond with Barry?
Yeah. You're a good and faithful person. I trust you implicitly.
Okay.
Wait, should I do this?
I like it. I like
right.
it.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn. Sorry, Barry.
So let's go in.
Oh, wait. What did Matt do?
Matt is going for the sword.
Yeah.
So we'll go in. John, you just healed, right?
Yep.
So that's easy. Jake, you have this thing's attention.
Oh,
You had a 7, right?
Yes.
hold on.
The mixture is the mixed success. The complication is its attention is solely on you, but you don't think there's any easy way out of this.
Okay.
As soon as either something else breaks his concentration or you do,
Yep.
it's going to attack you.
Okay.
But it's creeping closer and closer. It's right in front of you, and it's kind of like almost like a semi-feral cat. Like it's kind of crouching and kind of like wants to be near you, but it's ready to spring at any moment. Matt, Tony, you get to the sword, but your lungs are starting to burst. Give me a D6 harm. Ignore armor. Ignore any damage reduction.
4.
But you get it.
Sweet.
I made a mistake. I actually rolled a 7. I forgot to add my wisdom.
A 7.
Yep.
Well, I liked what I said. I'm going to keep it. It's still
mixed.
That's fine. Yeah.
Still mixed.
Cool. I just realized that's totally fine with me.
What do you normally roll to heal?
1d8.
1d8? I'll give you a d10
Whoa.
by the power of love.
The power of
Because
love.
Quote, unquote.
Can we know before this roll what number we're looking at here for dramatic effect or
Dante needs to roll a 5 on the D10.
a 50-50. Just gonna roll it. Just gonna throw it out there. Here
What?
it comes.
This is it.
Go
Here we
for
go.
it.
Wait,
Yeah.
why'd you say I'm just going to roll it? Oh, all right. I'm going to get like a 9, baby.
You got a fucking 9. Or is it?
I got a 9.
Oh, sick. What a call out. Holy shit.
Oh, let's go.
Barry,
Damn.
Y'all made me scared as hell.
you look towards this dragon. You see it moving up towards Trent. You don't think of anything, but like you have to crush this thing. You have to end this thing.
Never again.
Hockey touches you, and you feel this tingling warmth spread through your body,
From the butt
up
cheeks.
and down, from the butt cheeks, which hurts for a second, and then feels good, and then feels really good, and then you.
Yeah, where do you say this feeling goes?
It goes
Flows where?
up your body,
Ooh,
back down,
tingles.
and out as you climax.
Barry feels relief.
He's tired.
You feel relief.
He feels shame for some reason.
Yeah, a little shame.
He's going to do it again, but he still feels shame.
You are weakened,
Okay.
and your rage ends, and you fall back against the edge of this nest, and your bloodlust is kind of ended. You take 9 points of healing damage.
Oh. What happened?
You feel moisture running down your leg.
You,
God.
You were so manly. It was so hot, but you were going to get us killed, so I had to calm you down.
Thank you.
And this dragon is just sitting in front of Trent, inches away from your face, just kind of. On each little purr, a little puff of smoke comes out of its nostrils.
It's like people who own tigers. It's just like waiting for that moment where the tiger goes loose.
Tony, you
Move a little
emerge,
too fast. And it's like pray.
emerge from the pond holding this blade, and that's what you see. You see Barry kind of sitting against the nest, looking better than you saw earlier, but also kind of a little bit weakened, exhausted. Like he needs a sandwich in a few minutes.
So I picture Tony has the blade between his teeth, and he's like Rambo coming up out of the pond
All right.
to see this situation and see this dragon cooing in front of whatever the fuck Trent is. Get the fuck out of the cave, all of you. Leave the eggs. Let's go.
Leave the egg, chef.
We got 2. Sustainability, hockey. It's very fucking important.
Yes,
Go.
chef. Yes, chef.
Okay, what's everybody doing?
Tony is going to try to draw the attention of this whelp away from Trent so that he can like back out and get out. He's trying to like defend his
Okay.
crew.
I'm going to have Jake roll a parlay, and you can roll a defend. If you beat his parlay roll, you take its attention from Trent. Barry and Hockey, are you guys making your way out?
I will follow orders, make my way out.
Yeah, Barry is
Go secure the other egg.
leaning a little bit on hockey.
You get,
I still have
you
my
kind of got shaky legs.
yeah, but I do still have. Do I still have those 3 hold for my defend for hockey?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You're successful. Well, did you get 3? You only get an 8, right?
I got a 10.
Oh, you got a 10. Okay, you have 3.
So yeah, I'm putting myself between hockey and the dragon, and we're gonna make our way out. He looks
Okay.
back at Tony.
Oh, what a gentleman.
Where'd you get, Matt?
13.
Wow! I got a
shit.
6.
Okay. You kind of like you're looking out, looking back. You kind of quickly move back in, and you start to see some movement from the bottom of the cave, and you see Barry and Hockey at the edge of the light below, starting to come back up towards you, empty-handed. It looks like. Jake, you kind of shift your tune, and the thing kind of like it pulls its head back suddenly. You see it like take an intake of breath, and then Tony steps forward and he slaps the hilt of this blade on one of the other eggs, just kind of lightly makes a tunk, and this thing immediately pivots towards Tony.
So Tony, as the paladin, he still has a voice that transcends language. So even if this thing can't speak, it's going to understand, and he's going to look at it and say, I'm fucking sorry that we had to take this, but we're going to leave, and you're going to fucking let us, or I'm going to take the rest of you. Do you understand?
Give me a parlay.
Bargaining with dragons.
So that's 6.
Trent, you're the only one in a position that could possibly help.
I'm trying to think of how I would help him in this situation.
Tony will, under his breath, will get the fuck out.
As I'm backing out, I say, it respects size. Make yourself big like a bear.
Roll
Stand above it.
roll aid plus bond.
Double 6s.
Okay.
Go.
Trent shouts back to you, and the thing's kind of looking at you, and then you.
Oh, the color. The leader, the kobold leaders. They're a different color.
The red.
They're red.
You.
Make myself red?
Yeah.
What color is your little? Didn't you have a little pocket square?
No, it's
No.
white chef toque.
White chef. You jump up on the top of this nest and call out again, and kind of impose yourself over this thing, and it starts to slink to the side and starts to keep its head focused on you and move towards the eggs as you kind of keep your focus on it and keep shouting. And it seems like it's taking the deal. It's moving towards the eggs.
Tony's backing away from the eggs.
Okay. It stays there, and then as you start to leave, it unleashes a gout of flame at you, and you kind of run out. It's licking at your heels. You just feel...
If it spots flame, Tony stands in the flame and just stares at it.
Okay. You stop and turn and
Badass.
let the flame wash over you, and then it slinks into the nest and kind of just rests its chin on the edge of the nest and kind of like huffs insolently, looking at you.
Tony will mutter under his breath, I'll be back for that fucking tongue.
All right.
Tony doesn't give a fuck.
You assemble back at the mouth of this cavern. Guy's
At
up
the
there.
top, Guy is leaning up against a rock, smoking a long, thin, like European cigarette. Spend one of my dungeon rations for that.
Is it one of Donna's?
No, it's one of his. Like he had it, just it transformed with him.
You're there. You look down to the village below, and you see the dragon now starting to sort of slowly rise up. It's still moving very slow. The kobolds are cheering. You hear them screaming in ecstasy. Then you hear a voice next to you. You guys should probably take off. That thing's going to come up here and eat all of you.
Do you want to come with us?
Nah.
Where's your rolling pin?
Huh? No, I don't got one of those. No, this is fine. I kind of was in a bad spot back home. So, yeah.
Well, I appreciate your help, I guess, John.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, come back or don't.
I will probably never see you again. Thank you. Goodbye.
She's hot.
Yeah. Good luck,
Yeah.
lonely fuck.
All right, later. Hey, I mean, there's a waterfall off that way if you're trying to make your way to the river quick.
Oh, yes, getting out of here.
At least you're helpful. I'm sorry. The Sox are doing okay.
Are they really?
No, I'm sorry.
Tom Brady won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers.
That will haunt him. What does that mean?
Get out. He points around the edge of the mountain that you haven't.
Explored.
Yes.
The river's where we need to go, right?
Yes.
Oh,
What do we got? Like a
enough.
day left? We only had 3 days. It's been like a day and a
If
half.
this is the way we go out, this is the way we go out. We cannot go back down the mountain. The dragon will see us.
fuck.
Waterfalls. Yeah. Waterfall. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. All right. Let's fucking do it.
I did the high dive in college.
That's great, Barry. Think you make a pretty big splash, though.
You make your way around the northwest edge, away from the village. As this dragon, you look back once before you descend over the ridge, and you see it starting to kind of stand fully. You see its wings slowly, kind of lumberously start to try to take big swings. It kind of lifts up and then settles back down, and you see it definitely awakening fully, washing out whatever the residue of Trent was. And you make your way down, and you see there's kind of like a little goat path, and you kind of descend around the edge, and you start to hear a roar. And you come around, and you're over a waterfall. It descends into a pool, and you see kind of the water rushing away below. It's probably about 50 feet. You hear in the distance, coming around the side of the mountain, you feel the rocks around you kind of rumble.
Now, my sense of self-preservation is perhaps not as good as it was, but is this too far? He like points down the waterfall.
Yeah, I don't think so. And Tony's gonna grab an egg and like cannonball off.
All right. Tony jumps.
Oh boy.
Barry stands with his arms wide. He crouches down, swings both hands above his head, jumps, and dives.
Do I have who has an egg?
Tony did. There's one more left.
Yeah, I'll take the other egg.
Okay.
And so I take the egg, and I go, oh, thank God I have wings. And I jump, and I go, oh shit, I don't have my wings. And I fall down with the egg.
You protect the egg. The rest of you.
I jump after Barry and grab onto his neck and ride him down.
Piggyback all the way down.
And
Great ride.
Guy jumps off. Feet first. Like a
Pucker that butthole.
yeah.
As the camera goes into slow-mo, as all five of you hurtle off these rocks, you hear the sky rumble again. We could be heroes. Just for one. You splash in the water, and everything goes dark. Suddenly, you all are coughing and spitting as you come to on the bank of the river. Sheg and Rolo are dragging you out of the water, giving mouth to mouth. You're all coughing and spitting on the bank as you come to. You look around, you all look terrible. But the two dragon eggs are intact. And the canoe is there. Sheg goes, I almost lost the bet. You got an hour left. We got to get out of here.
So mad.
Let's go.
I thought I was kissing Barry.
That wasn't you?
No, that was one of them, Shag or somebody.
You all load up in the canoe, and you feel the current is actually flowing against you pretty hard now. Rolo and Sheg are doing all the work themselves. The rest of you are just exhausted, just holding on to the side, continuing to kind of cough and spit. And they start pumping hard against the current. And you get back into this underground cavern, and you see another rock in the center. And they say, as soon as we get to it, reach out. They pump hard, the current going faster and faster. You reach out again, and you see those glyphs on your hand. You feel burning as you all reach to it. And that kind of shimmering glyph solidifies and burns, and then the water rushes. And you feel time kind of change again. You're shot out. And then down this waterfall, the canoe plunges under the water and emerges up. And the waterfall starts crashing down around you. And the sound kind of kicks back on. And you're back in the other place. You look around and you look the way you all did beforehand.
Trent,
Even Trent?
can Trent still look like a kobold?
You turn around and you look at a little goblin-y, koboldy looking trap.
Love it.
Busted up teeth.
Oh boy.
Wow, it worked.
damn.
We're all normal again.
Yeah, Trent, I'm gonna
He turns and a tail splashes into the boat. And that's where we'll leave off.
Trent gets promoted to back of the house.
Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of the Monster of the Week. We would ask you to go out there and go and do that review thing. If you don't mind, rate and review Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to us. And while you're at us, check us out on the socials. Whichever one you want, we're pretty much everywhere, but our Instagram is @NastyGramRPG. Thanks to our incredible music collaborators, that's a generous term, donors, people who have allowed us to steal with permission. A Wilhelm scream for the intro, and our scores are by Adrian von Ziegler and Antti Martikainen. Till next time, we will see you next Tuesday.
That's nasty.
Devin's disgustingly hot.
Oh! I figured
Look
there'd
at
be there were basically three options:
Oh, you were asking what we were doing.
fight the dragon, fool the dragon,
Fuck the dragon.
Fuck and eat butt, baby.
Fool or fuck.
Yes. The new game? Dude, there is no
I was going to
try.
say negotiate, but
I'm gonna fight Tony. I'm gonna fool Trent. I'm gonna fuck Hockey.
Hey, I've been Angela Bassett for him.
Exactly.
Do you want to know what we want to
it
do?
doesn't matter.
I think we have a good idea.
All right, let me see that.
We want you to have fun here, Josh, too.
See
as
that
well.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have options.
Dungeon World's fun, y'all.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
That was very
hilarious.
easy for a first
So,
time.
actually,
You take a monstrous move.
no. So, I actually have enough experience for advanced improvements now.
I hope you guys took
And-
or marketing experience whenever you failed.
Yep.
One of the advanced improvements, which I didn't think would ever make sense, is change this hunter to a new type. And the
sick.
rules for it
Word.
are weird. You change your type, pick another playbook. Your ratings and history stay the same. You may change your name, look.
Oh, I failed this.
And for your old moves, you go through with the keeper and decide what to keep and what not to.
I love it.
What I'm thinking is that Nerul summons him one last time and shows him his contract and says, "You are no longer Trent because you have been reincarnated." And so the terms of the contract are invalidated, which Trent is very upset about, but Nerul has found a way out of the deal.
It's a win-win.
So
Brilliant.
I love it.
he is no longer the spooky. He is now the initiate.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Nice. So we'll use Dungeon World for XP.
Cool.
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yeah,
yes.
I think so.
Sure did. Did we overcome a notable monster enemy?
Couple of them.
Yeah.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Did we loot a memorable treasure?
Yeah.
Two of them.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And then I'll give you a bonus one because this was an extended mission, 3-parter, so 4 experience for everybody.
Oh shit.
That's a level up plus 2.
Level up.